Mike and Adam's dreams and feelings.
Oh, we're always good to go, Mike.
Oh no, you hit the button.
I did it. I always hit the button, Mike. That's what I do.
You're always pushing my buttons, Adam.
Right, especially the one that starts the podcast.
Absolutely.
What episode number are we on?
We're on 31.
Look at us go. We're like entering into middle age.
Still on that middle age reference.
Exactly. It's never gonna get old, is it, Mike?
Nope.
31. 31's not middle age, is it?
No, oh gosh, I hope not.
Young adulthood.
31 is when I met Lynn, my wife.
Oh, wow.
True love happens even when you're elderly.
Even when you're elderly.
Like me.
Yeah. Well, we can't all be as lucky as you, Mike.
I know.
And do you think she still cares about you smelling like rubber, or did she get over that?
That was one of the tests.
Yeah, right.
I was like, this is my smell, babe. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
And she took it.
Good for her.
That's how you know your woman is your woman.
I actually thought about that conversation we had in our last podcast recently. Our friend Sam Pack, who was on the show earlier, I was over at his house the other night, and we were playing board games, and he goes, man, I got this new deodorant without aluminum, and it does not work. And we were like, you're right, Sam, it doesn't.
Oh my gosh. There are deodorants out there that I swear are not deodorants, they're odorants.
Right, they make you smell more.
Like there's this, this Pine brand.
Yeah.
And I swear it's like a BO amplifier. It's a microphone for BO.
Right, exactly. It's a megaphone for
Yes.
BO. Oh my gosh.
If it was an RPG buff, it would be like +3 armpit odor.
+3 scare.
+3 female away.
Exactly. +3 unattractiveness.
+3 hygiene.
No, -3.
Yeah, -3 hygiene.
Definitely -3 charisma.
Yeah, definitely. Conversation -4.
Conversation over.
Yeah.
But anyways, Mike, what do we got planned this week?
Oh, we got so much planned. So it's March Madness.
It's true.
It's so March Madness, and I started a bracket online, which is the Actors Tournament.
Yes.
Where I take today's top Hollywood actors and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right. Hey.
Yeah, he did good in Bubble Boy.
Right.
Yes.
And that's about it.
And Nightcrawler.
That was pretty good.
Worst X-Men movie ever.
Right. Opposite of what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah. He didn't disappear once.
Right. Where was Professor Xavier stopping him?
Yeah, exactly. So there's this tournament bracket between actors. There's many, what do they call it, rounds?
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Matchups?
Yeah. And do we have that? I can bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up.
But, we're going to discuss who would win. And I really hope this sparks a conversation. I hope you guys just don't agree. Or worse, not listen at all. Which seems to be what it can feel like when you're alone on Facebook at 3 a.m.
Well, it's probably that's probably why.
Yeah.
Who's up? Nothing good happens at 3 a.m. My mom has always told me that anything after midnight is bad news.
Yeah, that's when the internet should close.
Right, yeah, no, nothing productive is done on the internet after midnight. I mean, unless, of course, you're a programmer and you're working late, or, you're doing some editing for, a movie, or, anything productive that takes you into the night.
Yeah.
I mean, for people like us that don't do anything after midnight.
Absolutely.
Which usually involves YouTube videos, wrestling clips, and or comic books.
And cats.
And
cat fails.
Cat fails. Always cat fails.
Yeah.
So, what do you have first in your bracket?
Ryan Gosling versus Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's Ryan Gosling.
Well, he sings, but I'm trying.
He dances.
He dances. I was trying to think of popular Ryans,
Mm.
and I guess Reynolds didn't come to me.
Yeah, how does that not?
So I'm like, Ryan's clone, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're both attractive,
Mm-hmm.
but just Ryan Gosling is just better,
No.
and he's got a really good meme, the "Hey Girl" meme. Like that's great.
Mm-hmm. Now, do we only think he's good because of recent La La Land, or is there any other movies you can think of?
I mean, that's also very valid. I mean, he's good in he's known for really being in like kind of rom-coms, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But was Jake Gyllenhaal in? See, now this is where it gets interesting. I think it was called Late Night Watch or Last Night's Watch or something, where he plays a police officer. It's like it's him and his partner. When they uncover like an
End of Watch.
End of Watch. That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. See, I'm thinking of 3 Jake Gyllenhaal movies, but Ryan Gosling, I'm only on
Right.
his
He's
La
just-
La Land. So
right.
maybe Jake should win.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What else is Jake Gyllenhaal in? He's in Nightcrawler, like we said.
Nightcrawler, Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy.
He's in this movie where I believe he plays a Middle Eastern man, or he's a CIA who's supposed to be undercover as one. It was a made-for-DVD movie,
Oh.
and he tries to go back to America, and he gets denied because his country gets banned.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a trigger movie.
It's a trigger movie. So I mean, I don't know. I'm still gonna go Ryan Gosling.
You know, I'm gonna go with Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah.
due to memory serving me
Due to-
correctly.
I just have a man crush.
Yeah, well, you know, he is GQ.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. The G stands for Gosling. The Q stands for cute. Gosling cute.
Gosling cute.
All right, which brings us. Okay, well, it's obvious we have to come to a conclusion. So, I'm gonna say let's go with your Ryan Gosling. Which brings us next to Emma Stone and Winona Ryder.
Ooh, that is good.
One of them had their heyday in the 90s.
It's true, and one of them is having their heyday now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. See, I grew up more with Emma Stone's stuff, but you know, I think you gotta go Winona Ryder.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're looking at Stranger Things, I would completely agree. Though Emma Stone is, once you're invited into a Marvel movie,
Right.
that means you're noticed.
Right. That's true.
They don't
What was
pick-
she in besides kind of a cast aside Spider-Man movie?
La La Land. Yeah.
But I mean, she was in some kind of trashy kind of comedies. I don't know. I just
Easy
don't think-
A, yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't think I think she has the potential for
Mm-hmm.
being really good, but I don't think she has the same kind of credentials that Winona has.
Maybe she wasn't pushed.
Right. Quite.
Yeah.
Quite. I mean, I think she's in the midst of her push. Like she's still climbing. I think the ladder.
Yeah.
But I think for now I gotta go Winona.
So that puts us to Ryan Gosling versus Winona Ryder,
It's true. I like that. I like that.
which would make a great Netflix series.
Right?
She's,
Kind of plays like.
I think she would play an 80s mom, and Ryan would sing to her.
Strange.
Yeah.
Very strange. I was thinking more of maybe, Ryan works in the coffee shop as a barista. Winona comes in every so often, and like he kind of falls in love with her, but not in like a creepy way, but more like I wonder what she's like kind of way. And then they find out that she's related to him somehow, and they develop a friendship based on that.
Right. And then she's always asking for a phone so
Right.
she can contact her son because the last one broke.
It's always about Stranger Things for you, isn't it? Like
I've only seen 2 shows in my life.
Stranger Things,
Stranger Things,
and what else?
La La Land.
And La La Land. It's not a show. It's a movie. And speaking of shows, the new Iron Fist is out. I think.
17th.
That's today, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Fist. Oh, man, we should have done our homework.
Well, it came out today. When are we going to watch it?
12, midnight. Let's see. It's almost 1. That's
Right.
12 solid episodes. Yeah. So Ryan Gosling, Winona Ryder, who would win?
In that matchup?
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I'm regretting my decision. I think I like Jake Gyllenhaal. Upon an initial reaction, I pick Ryan Gosling, but based on the discussion, Jake Gyllenhaal's been in better movies.
I would say so. I mean, he even got his little sister into a good movie.
Right? And a really great TV show, New
Yes.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal has to take it.
Oh, the ref has overturned his decision.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal is advancing to the next round.
And I think Jake Gyllenhaal wins again
Against Winona Ryder?
I mean, do you have any objections? Like, what do you? I mean, we got Stranger Things, but like, what else would you say kind of for Winona Ryder?
All I remember is that Al Pacino movie she was in the early 2000s called Simone, or Sim 1, where it's about... But she's only in it for like a minute. So that's all I can think about for Winona Ryder.
No, I'm definitely gonna go. I'm gonna go Jake.
Oh, so Jake is in the final bracket.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he? Oh yeah, he's in the.
All right, which brings us to the
bottom half.
The bottom half, which is Patrick Stewart versus Sir Ian McKellen. Gandalf versus Xavier.
Versus Picard.
Picard versus Magneto.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Captain Ahab versus Magneto.
Magneto. Oh man, Ian McKellen. That's
You Shall Not Pass versus Make It So.
Right, exactly. I gotta go Sir Ian McKellen. That's, I mean, just the breadth of work. I mean, he's part of arguably probably the greatest trilogy of movies of all time. Like, that's like the Lord of the Rings original trilogy, that's in the argument for best trilogy of movies. And, Return of the King, I mean, it's won the most, Academy Awards out of... it's tied with Titanic, and it's tied with... what's the other one? Titanic, and... it's tied with another movie for most awards. This is awkward. What is it? Is it... What's the other movie? It's Titanic, Return of the King, and then there's one more. It's like... it's an older movie. It's not like 10 Commandments. What's... Spartacus? It's not Spartacus.
No.
Your brother's going crazy. Shouting at
Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur.
Really?
I think so.
I thought Charlton Heston was in that one. But is Sir
Maybe.
Ian McKellen maybe...
No, I'm not saying he was in those.
Oh.
I'm saying he's in Return of the King, which is tied for most Academy Award wins.
Okay, yeah. So,
And he was a part of that. And he was in, I guess you could say, the X-Men movies, which kind of I think they kickstart kind of the movie. It's like Spider-Man and the original X-Men trilogy, like kind of kickstart the whole superhero movies.
right. Well, both of them are like these wise old-timers that when you're in their presence, everything's going to go all right. You've just defeated the bad guy. There's no way anyone could get past them.
Right.
So which one do you trust more?
That's true.
If you walked up to Gandalf and you were being chased by
I don't know.
Satan
A Balrog.
or Balrog, or would you feel like you could walk up to Professor Xavier?
So I think that the next question then comes to is, okay, so obviously Patrick Stewart noted for being Picard.
Yeah.
And,
Both great leaders.
Both great leaders.
Mm-hmm.
But the real question is he the better captain even in that universe? Right? Is Picard better than James Tiberius Kirk?
Or 7 of 9?
Captain of the USS Enterprise?
Oh, my goodness. I had no idea.
But then, conversely, you take, a Gandalf and the realm of wizardry. He's clearly better than Dumbledore.
He's even better than himself.
Right.
Gandalf the Grey.
Exactly. Like, he's so good. He's better than himself.
The only wizard who's better than Gandalf
Is himself.
is himself.
Right.
Okay.
You,
By that alone,
Right.
Sir Ian McKellen
has
should
to
be
win.
Yes.
And also, he's a. Is Picard a knight too? I feel like Picard is also a
Oh,
sir.
he should be if he isn't.
Right. The Queen. Make that on your to-do
Yes.
list.
Put down that corgi.
Right. Exactly. So, with much sadness, we say Sir Ian McKellen.
All right. Julia Roberts
Mhm.
versus Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
One of them took a dive,
See, I don't like Sandra Bullock. I'm sorry.
but all she's done.
I like Julia Roberts a lot more.
Oh.
Um,
Well, I mean, let's look at there's Pretty Woman from
Yep.
Julia Roberts.
Yep, mhm.
There's The Net from
Yep.
Sandra Bullock.
I don't.
There's Miss Congeniality 1 and 2 from Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, those are great movies.
There's Premonition.
Yeah. Again, you haven't said a movie that I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Oh, Gravity.
Yeah, Gravity was good. I'll give you
Yeah, okay.
Gravity.
The Best Floating Around While George Clooney Looks for You movie.
Right. Is Julia Roberts, when she was younger, was she Mary Poppins? Is that right? That's not right.
That's
who
not
plays,
right.
Who plays Mary Poppins? See, we need the internet.
We need the internet. Why'd you give it up for Lent?
I don't know. It just seemed right.
WWJD.
No, look it up. Look it up.
Oh.
Look it up.
All right.
Oh, we have the internet. We have the internet.
We have the
I must
capability.
know. But no, I mean, Julie Roberts was in what was that movie? She plays like there's like the Princess Diaries. Come
Yes.
on, who doesn't love Princess Diaries?
You're thinking of Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews,
Who has
also another Julie.
a couple years on her.
Right.
Yeah.
Also another. See, I wasn't too far off. There's also a Julie.
As a Julie.
Right.
Julia Stiles.
Julia Stiles.
Alright.
Anyways, but yeah, no. I mean, honestly, I don't really care about whoever wins that bracket because they're just gonna get destroyed by Sir Ian McKellen, and he's gonna win the entire bracket, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. So let's look at this. Julia Roberts versus Sir Ian McKellen. Pretty Woman
Right.
versus Gandalf.
Right.
She was pretty.
Right. But did you see those flowing locks on Gandalf the White?
Yes. And you know, that weird scene where he's flying through the air in the second one after
No, that's
he's
not him.
stabbing the Balrog.
Oh. Okay.
And then...
Isn't that in the first one? Oh, no. When he's falling. Right. Okay.
And then he's naked. So he's done nude scenes.
Right. It's true.
Julia,
Julia?
have you been that brave?
Right. taking your
Not
craft.
that I would see it, but...
Taking the craft to the next level.
Yes. Do you care about the art of
Right.
Sir Ian McKellen?
Right.
So
I'm gonna go Sir Ian McKellen. I'm sorry.
which puts him against Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's true. But again,
So, without further ado...
Bubble Boy versus the Grand Wizard.
Yeah, Bubble Boy, Nightcrawler, the Grand Wizard. Yeah, I would say that he also plays. He plays like a reimagining of Sherlock. I think he plays the older Sherlock.
Yeah. It's on the BBC. I saw that.
Yeah, and he has to solve this riddle or this mystery with this young boy after he's retired. So he's also Sherlock.
Right. Exactly.
Which means that he has destroyed Jake Gyllenhaal,
It's true.
whose sister played a love interest with Batman
Yeah.
at one time.
At one time, I love that. That's a credit to him. Like
Yes.
he gets a point for that.
Yeah, that's the strongest character I think that could ever go against.
Perfect. So so that was this week's edition. So I think we're gonna try and do every podcast we have in March. We're gonna do a different thing, So I'm thinking for next week, and just to get some traction on it, I think we're gonna do most best one-hit wonders.
One-hit wonders.
Yeah, I'll make up the bracket and then
please do.
and I'll
Please
seed it
do.
out, and then we'll vote and we'll see what happens.
Can I just add that
Yeah.
Donnie Darko and Brokeback Mountain are
Yes.
also Jake Gyllenhaal's movies?
Yes. Oh my gosh. How did we forget Donnie Darko?
Does that change anything against Sir Ian McKellen?
I don't think. Look up Ian McKellen.
All right.
Oh wait. Before you do that, I want to see what that movie is you were talking about with Jake Gyllenhaal.
What is it?
The Trigger movie you were talking about.
Oh gosh, I have to
Maybe.
look at all his movies.
But he was in some serious things.
Nocturnal Animals, End of Watch.
End of Watch. That's what it was. How did we get Donnie Darko?
Source Code.
Mm.
Zodiac, Everest,
Oh, he was in The Day After Tomorrow.
Prince of Persia,
One of the only good video game movies. Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy, Brothers, Accidental Love.
Mm.
Gosh, I'm trying to find that movie. I'm gonna type in Jack Gyllenhaal, Iraq movie. That is actually a Google term.
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, Jarhead. No, that's not what I was thinking.
Oh, he was in Jarhead.
He was a Jarhead.
Oh wow. We'll look it up on our own time.
Yes. Okay.
So Sir Ian McKellen.
So versus all of that. Okay,
Right.
yeah, Sir Ian McKellen.
But I think also you have to take into consideration all the kind of the Broadway film adaptations. Obviously, he's in all the Lord of the Rings adaptations.
Yes.
All the Star Wars.
He's
and-
Mr. Holmes.
So that's what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
the
there,
Da Vinci Code.
Mm.
The Golden Compass. Flushed Away. Gods and Monsters.
I did not see that.
6 Degrees of Separation.
6 Degrees of Kevin.
Last Action Hero. Stardust.
Oh, Stardust is good.
The Magic Roundabout. I think he did that for a friend. Some of his older movies: Alfred the Great, King Lear.
Yeah,
He was King Lear.
Yeah, he was in a lot of Broadways and stuff.
Countdown to War, and Scandal.
And Scandal. Yeah, I mean, both are coming with impressive libraries.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly I could go either way, but I'm gonna stick with my gut and go Sir Ian McKellen.
Mm-hmm.
He is a knight of the British realm, and therefore he should be treated as such.
You know, I can't disagree with you.
Okay.
In terms of WrestleMania,
Yeah.
would that be a good final match? The Jake Gyllenhaal versus Sir Ian McKellen?
Yeah, it'd be like the young up and coming kind of like AJ Styles-esque international, like, indie kind of wrestler in Jake Gyllenhaal versus, excuse the pun, the wizened vet.
Oh yeah.
And like, with a history of classics.
Yeah.
And, they're coming head to head.
It would be like Sami Zayn versus Macho Man
Randy Savage, yes.
Yeah.
If Randy Savage was A, still alive,
Yes.
and B, a little bit younger, then yes.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that. That'd be great. That'd be
Yeah.
great. Sami Zayn. Good man. So, so that was bracket. What are we going to call it? Bracket watch of things not sports.
Yeah, the March Sadness.
No.
March Mania.
March Mania.
Mm-hmm.
March Sadness. I like it.
Yes.
That's all. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so speaking of sadness, and this transition makes no sense, but do you happen to have your top 5 list of animated TV shows and or movies that you want to see get a live film adaptation?
Well, first,
First, you want to do something else? Yeah.
that movie's called Rendition.
Okay.
The wife of an Egyptian engineer tries desperately to track down her husband after he disappears on an international flight. Meanwhile, a CIA analyst, Jake Gyllenhaal's world spins out of control as he witnesses the engineer's unorthodox interrogation.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
That was the movie you were watching.
yes.
Cool.
Now, you were saying...
Yeah, something about... Okay, so with the new Beauty and the Beast movie that just came out with Emma Watson, and who plays Beast? Somebody somebody handsome.
Jim Brewer. He does
Brewer.
the Goat Boy
Oh yeah,
from SNL.
yeah. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so Disney has been like doing a whole bunch of live adaptations of their classic cartoon movies, animated movies, not cartoon movies, and so it kind of sparked a discussion in me to kind of see what kind of animated or cartoon movies and or TV shows that we would like to see or think would translate well into a live action movie.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
what do you got at your number 5?
I would say number 5, Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound live action.
Uh-huh.
Using a real fox,
Okay.
a real hound. No one does voice acting for them. They use actions to show their friendship.
Mm-hmm. That'd be adorable.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really adorable. Except it would probably be mind-blowingly difficult to film.
You'd really have to train that fox
Right.
to be friends with that hound.
Right? That's what I'm
A
saying.
lot of tranquilizers.
Mm. See, I think I picked a lot of more kind of animated TV shows that I really, really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 5 is Young Justice. I feel like, yeah, right? I feel like that would be a really great or a movie adaptation, live action. I think it'd be great.
Oh man, I didn't think that cool.
Right? I did.
Okay.
But obviously with the new, the explosion of cartoon or of comic book movies, and I think DC kind of needs something young and hip and cool,
Yeah.
and I think Young Justice is the answer to that.
Where Tom Holland plays everyone.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Like, Marvel I think is entering into that with their new Spider-Man movie. I think if DC wants to respond, I think it's Young Justice.
Yeah.
Or something else that I've listed.
Yeah.
So what is your number 4?
DuckTales.
Yes, that would be great.
But no CG. It's all like 90s character costumes.
Yes.
And makeup.
Oh my goodness, that'd be so good with practical effects.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, yes. A million times yes.
Yes.
Who would you have play Scrooge McDuck?
Oh gosh. Who could be better than Sir Ian McKellen?
Actually, that would work.
Yeah, that would work.
That actually would work.
And Jake Gyllenhaal's either going to be
Huey, Louie,
or Dewey.
Dewey. That'd be great. We could get the whole, we get Jake Gyllenhaal, and then we could, throw a bone to Mr. GQ himself,
Yes.
Ryan Gosling. And then, we'll throw in the other Ryan. We'll pull in Ryan Reynolds, and then it can be Huey, Dewey, Louie.
Yes.
That would be great. I would watch that. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4 is another superhero one.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Beyond.
That would be awesome.
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
gonna lie.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
There's a spec script out floating around the internet where they tried to make one,
Mm-hmm.
but it never happened.
Yeah, I mean, you think of all the kind of futuristic movies that are coming out this year. You got, Ghost in the Shell.
Mhm.
There's another animated one. It's like it takes place in a city that encompasses an entire world. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if it's other. I forgot what it's called, but it's like the name of the city, a world of 1,000, or a city of 1,000 worlds or something.
Oh.
Anyways, it's so there's I think there's a trend in Hollywood going into the future, and obviously superheroes, and Batman is great. So, and the cartoon, it's great. It's really wonderful. It kind of features an older Bruce Wayne who's kind of taken in
With his dog Ace.
with his dog Ace, taking in
Terry.
Terry, yeah.
That's his name.
Terry, yep. As his protege Batman, and it's kind of futuristic, and it's really good.
Right.
I think they could make a great strip out of it.
So, I was about to mention for number 3, The Sword and the Stone,
Mm.
but apparently it's been greenlit to be a live action.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yes.
See, that's how smart you are.
Right. And, that just kind of blows everything away, because I was going to say, it's going to be written by one of the Game of Thrones writer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is it being written by a Game of Thrones writer?
yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I was going to say, it's going to be like a a little boost to the fantasy realm, in the realm of maybe a little Warcraft here, a little Lord of the Rings.
Right.
But it looks like they took my
happening.
idea.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think that's a good idea. I would definitely watch it. That is one of the few Disney animated movies I have seen, and it's a good one. I think kind of under the radar, kind of not necessarily that popular.
Yeah.
But it's a quality movie. It's good. And if you get Sir Ian McKellen to play
Yes.
Gandalf, Merlin.
I'd
play
still
Merlin.
take him as Gandalf.
Right, exactly. They would just give him the same costume. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"You are now Merlin."
You know, there should be a service that you hook up to your TV that puts Gandalf in any movie.
Right, exactly. What's the one that like bleeps out the swears?
Pureflix.
Pureflix, yeah. Except we would call it Gandalflix.
Gandalflix. Like in Runaway Bride, when Julia Roberts is walking down the aisle, finally get married, he shows up. You shall not pass.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Oh man. Speaking of trying to pass, my number 3 is a superhero group that struggles to pass high school, but also save the world, and that would be Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
I mean, we already have.
That is a spin-off of Young Justice.
That is true. Well, Young Justice is a spin-off of Teen Titans, but I mean, based on the original cartoon, I think nothing beats the Teen Titans. I think I like the Teen Titans cartoon more than I like Young Justice.
Right.
And I mean, there's precedent for it already. I mean, Cyborg exists in the DC universe. I think it could happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, Robin exists also, although albeit he is dead. But you know, hey, I think they can make it happen if they really wanted to. I think it'd be really cool. I think if they wanted to go really kind of with indie kind of young actors and like make something a little bit out of the ordinary, they would go with Young Justice. But I think if they want to go with a lot of broad appeal, I think they would go with Teen Titans. I could definitely see them going Teen Titans first, and then you know like a Suicide Squad like as a follow-up movie.
Right.
Go with Young Justice.
And then they could bring in Slade, the Terminator.
Exactly.
Which is an original baddie of the Teen Titans universe.
Exactly, and I think that would be really cool.
Number 2, the Iron Giant.
Yes. Would you bring Vin Diesel back?
Everyone gets put back. Jennifer Aniston, Harry Connick Jr.
Yes.
Vin Diesel.
Yes.
Eli Marienthal. Christopher McDonald.
Yes. That's
all of them.
Again, underrated movie. Did it win an award?
No, but according to this, it got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's one of the few kind of cartoon animated movies that has gotten that high. And that's like the critic rating too, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not just like the Joe Schmo, hey, Rotten Tomatoes. No, that's a really good movie. A good message too, I think, especially in the time that we are now.
We can all be Superman.
Exactly. I like it a lot, and you know we're not who we are before. You know, like we're not just because we made mistakes or just because we're designed to destroy entire planets doesn't mean that we have to.
Right. Exactly.
We can choose to be good. So my number 2 is a TV show that I love a lot, and I don't know if you grew up watching it because it definitely was kind of me growing up the mid 2000s. You know, coming home from school. And it's a show on Cartoon Network called Codename Kids Next Door. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's essentially revolves on a group of 5 kids that are part of like a secret kid spy agency, and they fight adults and teenagers and all these other things. But they kind of have like their own, like, you know, you and your friends are in your backyard and you want to make a fort and you make, you know, weapons out of 2x4s and like whatever you have lying around.
And they're very military grade.
Exactly. So I think, you know, with the I think it could be like a Lego movie-esque kind of movie, where maybe obviously like the Lego movies animated, but I think that kind of humor, that kind of storytelling. I think it would translate well. I think it'd be really popular. So that's my number 2.
Yeah. So I'm so split on my number 1 because both of these would be Beast.
Do it.
But I'm going to have to go with the one that they probably wouldn't choose. And that is a live-action version of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, that would be really cool.
Could you imagine the costume designs? That Johnny Depp's answering machine would explode.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think Would they get this? Oh, what's his name? Would they get him to direct it too?
Oh, they would have to.
Tim
They would
Burton?
have to.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, and he does have a history of doing things like I know it's not necessarily a musical, but like you know, he directed Sweeney Todd, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he has a history of like set production and music and like things like that. So I think he could definitely make it happen.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
What, just out of interest, what is your other one?
Well, I was gonna say it would be an awesome war movie, but Mulan.
Yeah, I think
That'd be very, very cool. It would be an apology to the Wall, the Great Wall.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's probably definitely in the works. Like,
Yeah.
somebody at Disney is like,
You know it's gonna happen.
oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And who would play Mulan?
We'd play Mulan.
I think the only Asian female actor that seems to be in any movie ever.
Oh, yes.
And she was in Charlie's Angels, and she's in the
Scarlett Johansson. You
Yeah.
know that she would be put in. You know that Disney or
Oh.
Hollywood doesn't understand that
yeah
Asians do know how to act.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be sad. Okay, so my number one is possibly like if we're talking about my top 10 favorite TV shows of all time, this is in it, and it's Gravity Falls. I don't know if you've seen Gravity Falls. It's a Disney cartoon, but it's so quirky. It's so in depth. It's so there's so many headcanons, and what's great about it is there's only the creator said we only want to do 2 seasons. We're gonna make it as good as we possibly can, and then we're gonna just walk away. Like, we're not gonna let it die out. We're not gonna let it get lame. We're just gonna quit at our peak and our prime, and we're gonna have one overarching story, and it's gonna be great. And they did it over 2 seasons, and it's a really well done, and you can make a movie out of it. I think it'd be really great.
Absolutely. And I was gonna say you were gonna go there or Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb, I think. Definitely, that would be interesting. I think. I don't know how you would necessarily get
I think it would be
the head shapes.
It would be like a made-for-TV movie on Disney. It would be really silly, like those puppy movies they keep coming out with Buddies, Seven, superheroes. But in the 90s, 1992 to be exact,
Yes.
they made a movie starring Brad Pitt called Cool World.
Okay.
And it was very risque, very adult, but it's basically Brad Pitt plays a detective in a cartoon world.
Oh.
And it's got like this Marilyn Monroe character who's like very risque. It's got all these wacky characters, and he has to keep them under control.
That's weird. That sounds like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, it's like an adult answer to that. Even though Roger Rabbit was pretty adult too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Luckily, this movie's still PG-13. Though it has Brad Pitt and Kim Basinger.
Oh wow. Okay.
In it.
It's very 90s.
Yeah, it's so 90s. So like, I can't believe. Like, I want to watch that now. Like, the lead female, the Marilyn Monroe cartoon character, his name is Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. W-O-U-L-D.
Of course.
So,
That's great. Who would play her? Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Yes. No, they'd probably find an Asian. Just to screw with us.
Right. Hollywood's not that smart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, no, I feel like we have the technology now to do a Who Framed Roger Rabbit-esque kind of movie now, and I'd like to see kind of what direction someone would want to take it in, or what they would want to try and do with it, or who they would cast. I don't even know where to start. Like, I don't even know what to do.
Well, if you look at Wreck-It Ralph as it was supposed to be a spiritual successor of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because it had all the video games coming together as one and someone interacting with them. But everyone says Roger Rabbit's still the better movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think if you took it into the realm of video games, I think video games have now become the kind of answer to the 80s and the 90s morning cartoons. I don't think kids wake up necessarily to watch cartoons. I think they wake up in the morning to play video games now. I think it's become that big, and I know that, like, you know, in the 80s and the 90s people were still playing video games, but like I don't think it was as mainstream as it is now. I think it would be interesting to see maybe you know, like a kid waking up in like video game. He's like in a video game world, or they exist in a movie lot somewhere, and like someone has to investigate who killed Steve from Minecraft.
Yes. Which has a very engrossing story through Telltale.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think that I think if that was the direction that someone would take, I think that would be interesting. Someone interacting with video game characters.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember this trailer. Back in 2003, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas.
Okay.
They were saying this was the last 2D full feature-length movie.
Interesting. Okay.
And it stars Brad Pitt and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Okay.
And it looks like it did pretty badly on Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic.
Oh, man.
But, like, that was interesting, because I remember that being one of it's like, this is going to be the last 2D movie they ever make. Everything's going to CG after this.
Right.
And then they came out with the Frog Princess.
Which is 2D.
Yeah.
And superior.
And superior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would... I mean, there's got to be some indie hipster animators out there, and they kind of
Well, I know, like,
that.
the only thing that's actually appearing in theaters is anime, if you want to count that.
As like
as
like
2D, like cell by cell. We used to make those flip books in high school, and that's on my resume for animation.
Exactly. Call us up, DreamWorks.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like yeah, there's got to be an indie animator somewhere out there that's like, look at my stuff, it's so good.
Yes.
And we hear you, sir. We hear you.
Well, maybe because it takes like a whole office complex full of people just drawing constantly,
right?
Just to do a 30-second scene.
Exactly. But I mean, we have the technology now. I'm sure we could definitely cut that down. But also at the same time, it took Pixar how long to make Finding Dory?
I think they just hit template.
Right.
And it just showed up.
It just showed up.
Yeah.
How long has it taken for us to get an Incredibles 2?
Oh, see, that's just them toying with us.
Speaking of, we just came up with this, but I think I would throw that in the list of, hey, let's make a live action Incredibles movie.
Yeah.
That would be incredible, pun intended.
Yeah. But did you know Tim Allen was in a Family of Superheroes type movie called Zoom?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That's on Netflix, but I think I saw that in theaters when I was a young lad.
It did horrible.
Yeah, it was not a very good movie.
Yeah.
As most Tim Allen vehicles are.
Yes. He's in this really weird movie called Red Belt. It's about this
This is the guy that plays Santa Claus?
No,
after he falls off a roof?
It's about this African guy who's like very serious into judo.
Okay.
And Tim Allen plays like this creepy manager who gives him a raw deal. And it's like such a serious movie. It got really good reviews.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Very strange. But okay.
Yeah. Zoom got a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's really bad. A 3%.
Courtney Cox was in it.
Yeah, wow. Is there any movie on Rotten Tomatoes that's gotten a 0?
If I look this up, I'm afraid to see that.
Oh yeah, there's probably some not very savory movies that are not appropriate for a family-friendly podcast.
Well, that's exactly why we have to look them up.
Right,
to warn people.
Right, to not watch them.
The Ridiculous Six. That Netflix movie.
It got a 0?
With Adam Sandler.
It got a 0?
Max Steel. Ooh, these are recent. Max Steel.
Yeah.
That's sad, because Max Steel was a pretty good Dreamcast game. Jaws the Revenge. One Missed Call. That's where if you miss a call, it's from death. And then death starts haunting you. Death Wish. Oh, really? Death Wish? Oh, no, Death Wish 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Ridiculous 6. Cabin Fever, the new one, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
The Nutcracker in 3D. Oh, really? That seemed very endearing.
I have not seen it.
Yeah. Inappropriate Comedy. That's the name of the movie. Inappropriate Comedy with Adrian Brody. A sketch comedy film which was written and directed by Vince Offer.
Wow.
Ballistics X vs. Sever.
Wow, that sounds...
And the
great.
web page broke. It won't let me go any further. Yeah.
Perfect.
We should have a film fest where we just
No.
watch these movies.
No. Oh, please, no. So, speaking of terrible things, do we have another really awkward interview for me to have? Another person for me to interview?
You know, as the only Christian podcast, it makes me laugh.
Okay.
I'm glad I had to end it with that, or
Yeah.
it just sounds like I don't know anything.
Right, yeah.
It's sometimes good to hear the testimony of famous people, which is why I invited a rock star named Johnny Vegas.
Okay.
He's huge. He was big in his heyday, you know, but his life got changed. It got turned around, and you know, he's been happy enough to come in here and kind of share his testimony of how his life changed. And it's an incredible story, and I know I've given you a few questions to ask him
Yeah.
to get him into this, so I would just love to bring him out. Johnny, are you ready?
Oh, yep, he's coming in.
Yep, he's coming in.
He's there. Okay, so we have Las Vegas rock star Johnny Vegas. You're going to share a little bit about your testimony about how you came to faith, Johnny, and so just tell us about it.
Well, you know I was a rock star. I had the dream, Adam. I was selling out stadiums, touring the world, drinking champagne out of women's shoes. I had everything.
So what was it like to live such a prestigious life?
The parties were off the hook. Every night I would throw Hollywood keggers. Me, Pauly Shore, George Clooney would jump off my roof into my Olympic pool filled with Jell-O. We would play this game. We would see how many ice cubes we could throw at Denzel Washington. He would get so angry, we didn't care. We had golden champagne and 24/7 Chinese buffet that worked right out of my house.
You know, you eat Chinese food, you know, you're hungry again half hour later, so you gotta have access.
We could afford it, you know?
So what was it like being a musician?
Man, I did all these shows. I toured with Celine Dion, Switchfoot, Sick Puppies, George Michael, the Lumineers, the Frank Sinatra Tribute Band, Cannibal Corpse, Baby Metal, Owl City, Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Stegosaurus, and P. Diddy.
Oh, that's a very inclusive, very impressive list. What was your favorite show that you
Oh,
played?
I remember this one time I was doing a cappella with Metallica, and suddenly, like, Taylor Swift brings out her clarinet from 5th grade. She started playing Hot Cross Buns. Out of nowhere. Things got crazy. Especially because that concert was a memorial service for Nelson Mandela. God bless his soul.
You know he's still alive, right?
Well, I still like to bless souls occasionally.
That's fair.
Everyone needs a good soul blessing here and now.
That's fair. So what made you change your life?
Oh, things got bad, Adam. Real bad. The party started to get darker. The fame started to get to my head. It wasn't about the music anymore.
Can you be more specific?
Yeah, I was looking for thrills. I had millions of dollars just to throw away. Back then in Hollywood, the newest craze was taking an old cabbage, filling it with gasoline, and throwing it at a child.
What?
Yeah, it was horrible. But we loved it. It was starting to get hooked on that a little, actually. It was an expensive hobby, especially with the price of gas back then. I was into all sorts of drugs, too. Did you know if you put Pop Rocks and Sunny D and melt it, it becomes a form of meth?
No, I did not know that.
That meth has a street name. We call it Ariana Grande.
That sounds horrible. But also, why did you call it Ariana Grande? This was back in the 90s. She wasn't even born yet.
That's how she got her name, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was looking at the old trends.
Okay.
And she said, you know...
I want to be named after meth.
I want to be named after a meth drug.
Okay.
It was either that or Ariana Tall or Ariana Venti. Yeah. Yeah, that sound, that was horrible.
Okay.
I was also dating like 2 women at the same time. I was dating Gwen Stefani and the model who played Little Debbie in the 70s.
Wow.
Both of them didn't know I was double dipping that, because one was a rock star and the other did photo shoots for baked goods.
Right.
But Little Debbie did find out and it was bad. She locked herself in a room and ate 3 gallons of Ho-Hos.
So then you needed a change?
I had wasted all my money on illegal chinchilla fights. I also threw away all my gigs when I accidentally threw up all over Britney Spears on stage. She was a good sport about it, but I knew my career was done. I had to make a change. All I remember was having a bedroom flat in the ghettos. The only thing I could afford was a life-size cutout of Frodo. I remember looking at Frodo and asking, "Is this my life?"
So you made a change though, right? You saw the light?
Yes, I remember when the lead guitarist of Rebecca St. James made an impromptu visit. We used to do a tour back in my humble days. When he saw me, I was just about to put some gasoline in a cabbage. I was going to end it all, because that cabbage was meant for me. He immediately sat me down and shared the good news. It was like someone turned on a light inside a very dark and haunted mansion. I was so inspired that he and I wrote a beautiful hymn together. It's a song about a man who can walk on water when he says the Lord's Prayer. The song is originally titled Walking on Water When You Say the Lord's Prayer, but you may know it as the song Oceans.
That's a great song. I thought that was written by Hillsong, but anyway, so
They actually took it from me.
Oh,
I gave it to them for like $30.
cool.
Had I known it had been so popular, I would have made it like 50.
Oh, okay. So anyway, that's a great song. So you changed your life about that?
Wouldn't you know it, the next day I was being baptized in Al Sharpton's jacuzzi, and it was my friend Stephen Baldwin reading the Bible over me. I was like a fresh baby entering a new life.
So you became a Christian?
I don't like labels. I prefer the term rhythm guitarist for the Lord's Secret Service. If we could refrain from labels, that would be great. But yeah, I was a new man, and I immediately started a new cause. Kids Against Ariana Grande. The drug, not the singer.
Oh, okay. Now that you have a new outlook on life, well, what message do you have for everyone who looks up to you?
As the good word says, Adam, love is a battlefield. We are meant for something more. They don't serve breakfast in hell. We are colored people in a skin kaleidoscope. I just want to tell the kids that there's something out there that's full of love. When you feel like you've thrown your last cabbage, or that Ariana Grande doesn't bring the magic, then know that there's hope. Keep seeking the light.
Oh, okay. Well, anything else?
Yeah, my other ministry is I do kids' birthday parties. It keeps me humble. I also do music. I don't do music at the birthday parties. I do magic tricks. These are magic tricks that illustrate the gospel to kids.
Sure. Can you show us one?
Of course. I need a lighter, a can of kerosene, and a 15-year-old.
Okay. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks, Johnny Vegas.
All right. I'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah, man. Your Happy Meal is in the mail.
All right. Ciao.
Ciao. Where do you find these people, Mike?
Oh, man. They go to my small group.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to do some life on life.
Yes. I think it's important that we hear the other side of Hollywood.
Right.
What they're up to and how they struggle. I had no idea.
Neither did I. That was frankly unbelievable.
Yes. Frankly, you never know what's going to come from these people.
Yeah, it sounds like you had a real difficult time of life, but, God can lead us out of all things.
Yes,
Even
absolutely.
an addiction to Ariana Grande.
I know, you don't want to do those.
Right. I kind of want to try that now.
Don't do it.
No,
it's a drug.
We need to do it next week for our gross snack.
Our gross snack.
We need to try that now.
We need to try it. I don't disagree.
We gotta find some Sunny D and some Pop Rocks, and we need to try it.
How are we going to melt it? Maybe that's the part we don't do because that's when it becomes a drug.
Right. So maybe we should just take a thing of Sunny D and some Pop Rock, shake it up, and then just drink it and see what happens.
Then all the drug properties are gone.
Right. But we still get the same experience.
Yeah.
We have to do it now.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'm excited. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Oh man, Johnny Vegas, this one goes out to you, man.
Yeah.
This is dedicated. And also, for 10 cents of every dollar you guys donate, it's gonna go to his foundation.
Kids Against
Ariana
Grande. Yeah.
Not the singer, the drug.
The drug. It's important that you know we're not against her, even though she licks donuts
Right.
and makes it viral.
Right. I'm sure she's a great person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate name.
Right. Unfortunate name. We have issues, Mike.
We do. I know. We keep meeting these new people, and
You mean you keep meeting these people?
I know. When are you gonna bring someone?
That's a good question. I don't have. The people in my small group aren't that messed up.
I know. You need to find some messed up people.
I do. I guess I'm not doing Christian ministry, right?
I know. Life together.
Life together. Oh, perfect. So, speaking of doing life together, I have a game that's an oldie but a goodie.
Ooh.
I brought it back. It's Eat, Meet, Ride.
Eat, Meet, Ride!
Yes!
Yes!
So,
Yes,
so I
yes.
have a game, Eat, Meet, Ride.
Yes.
So because today is, of course, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
It's St. Patrick's Day themed.
Woo!
So, obviously, for the first Eat, Meet, Ride is, would you rather eat an entire St. Patrick's Day meal, corned beef, cabbage, etc., potatoes, carrots, etc., or would you rather meet St. Patrick, or would you like to ride a St. Patrick's Day float?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Right.
The one meal my mom makes is the corned beef and cabbage.
Yes.
And I just think it's just soggy meat. It's disgusting. The only time that it was ever good is when she made it with like 8 sticks of butter. I remember it being really good back then.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, I can't stand the stuff.
Okay, so that's out. You would not eat the St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. St. Patrick, meaning him, would mean one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
I had somehow invented a time machine, and it works.
Uh-huh.
And it would also mean that I got to hear a cool snake story.
Right.
And
Firsthand.
or
Witness it.
Yeah. A barbarian story about how he saved people. Floats are slow, and drunk people's slurs would just be aimed at me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the answer is
The answer is St. Patrick.
you would like to meet St.
Yeah.
Patrick. Okay. Next Eat, Meet, Ride. Would you rather eat a Shamrock Shake, meet the original Ronald McDonald,
Okay.
or would you rather ride the SpongeBob Burger vehicle from the SpongeBob movie?
Oh wow. Well, oh gosh, Shamrock Shakes.
Mm-hmm.
They lose their appeal.
Yeah.
Like near the bottom,
Yeah.
you kind of regret your decision.
Yeah.
You're like, I was just slurping cold snot with sugar.
Yeah. Yep.
Ronald McDonald, he's old.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he'd agree to meet me means he's a little lost.
Right.
Maybe a little creepy.
Maybe he'll be our next interview.
So I'm going to have to go with the burger.
The burger, yes.
Yeah.
That is a good choice.
That would go so viral.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So, would you rather eat an entire sheet pizza, meet Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell.
He was the only Irish actor I could think of. Or would you rather ride a llama?
Oh my gosh. An Irish llama.
Yes.
I hope. Gosh. Llamas are really cool. And being on its back mean it wouldn't spit on me.
Right. You could get it to spit on other people.
Yeah. So I potentially have a woman. Or not a woman. I mean a weapon.
Yeah.
Unless the llama is a woman.
Right. In which case...
Then I would respect its authority and
Right.
make sure it gets equal wage
Right, exactly.
as the other male llamas.
Right.
Gosh, a sheet pizza would be good.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if it was Irish, it would have potatoes on it.
Right.
Right?
Maybe some ground beef. Or
Ground
some,
beef.
what is it? Corned beef. Sorry.
Oh, that sounds really good. Well, not corned beef. If you throw in corned beef on the pizza, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Though that might be good with mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Farrell, he seems like a cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a guy you want to introduce to your friends.
Right.
Guess who I just played Xbox with? Colin Farrell. Don't ask me any of his movies. I don't really know. But I like his 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah. So, gosh, this one's hard. You know, which one could I brag about 5 years later? The sheep pizza.
The sheep. The sheep pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next eat meat ride is: would you rather eat a thing of haggis?
Oh,
Would you rather meet Seamus? Or would you rather take a motorcycle sidecar journey through the hills of Ireland?
Yeah. Well, you know, all three of those involve animal innards in some way, shape, or form.
Seamus?
You know he's gonna bring it out.
Right.
Like, you want to see my animal livers?
Yeah.
You want to see my sheep stomach? And I'm like, no, thank you, Seamus.
Then he'll bro kick you in the face.
Yeah. Oh gosh. What was the third one?
Oh, a motorcycle, like you're riding in the motorcycle car, like the sidecar through the Irish Hill countryside.
Well, you know, that would involve my innards coming out
Right,
in
right.
an accident.
Right.
But you know what? That one has the most lasting memories and effects.
Really? You wouldn't want to meet Seamus, King of the Ring, World Heavyweight Champion?
You know, I saw him in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sequel.
Yeah.
He played, I think it was Bebop.
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed.
Yeah. Not that impressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
His one joke was a fart.
So,
you
seems
know.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take the ride. Very good. And for my last eat meat ride, it is: would you rather eat a garbage plate that is made exclusively just with macaroni salad? So like it'd be a macaroni patty that's been like grilled, and then like obviously the mac salad, but then like the fries would be like fried things of macaroni salad.
Wow.
And the meat. So it's an entire macaroni salad garbage plate. Or would you rather meet the entire cast of Riverdance? It's a musical based on Irish dancing.
Right.
Or would you rather take a ride on internet famous Nyan Cat?
Whoa, okay. Nyan Cat is awesome. The
It's
game's
true.
awesome.
It's true.
I get the high score, but the song makes me hate the game after 5 minutes.
Right.
So it'd have to be a 5-minute ride.
Right. Or less.
Yeah. If Riverdance teaches me their moves
Uh-huh.
and gives me a tutorial,
Yeah.
I would say that would be good. I mean, some of those men are shirtless, and they're just
yeah,
tap
they are.
dancing.
Yeah, they are.
So if after meeting them, I could look more like that,
Yeah.
where I could feel confident enough to take off my shirt and tap dance,
Right.
Because that's like the definition of confidence.
That is.
Like, what would you say the highest, most confident thing you could do? Take off my shirt and tap dance.
Right. That is a trump. Like you can. That trumps anything anyone could ever do.
If someone was doing like I don't know a speech,
Right.
and that's how they started it,
Right.
I'd say vote for him.
Right. Exactly. Like you're in a rap battle and the other person completely destroys you. You just take off your shirt and tap dance. You won.
Yeah, I won.
You won.
So, you know, sorry, Max Salad. Like the Nan Cat song, I'd get tired of you halfway through.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go with Riverdance.
Riverdance. Yes. Yes. That was a good choice. And yeah. So that was our newest edition of Eat Meat Ride.
Yes, it's a
class-
classic game,
right.
and it's so much fun to play.
Yes.
Mhm.
We need to. I think we need to bring back some more of our classic games.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was good. I'm glad.
Mhm.
I'm glad we did that. That was good. Oh man.
So does this bring us right to the snack?
I think so. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
No. Let's go for the snack.
Snack time. I'm so
All
excited.
right. So Asian supermarkets.
Why?
Why?
Why always
Because-
Asian supermarkets?
Well, first of all, there's a whole Asian aisle.
Of course. And the Asian supermarket.
In the Asian
Is
supermarket.
the entire place not an Asian supermarket?
Well,
The Asian aisle?
This one aisle
Okay.
has these mysterious foods of this guy smiling with thumbs up and nothing that would show what's in the food. And I saw
just his guarantee that it's good.
Yes, just this guy super enthusiastic
Yeah.
that he got to be on the package. Big smile. and then there's food. There's mystery foods.
Right.
I almost chose that.
Oh.
I almost chose it. But then I realized it could be fish. It's always fish.
It's always fish.
With Asian food, it's a 50% chance it's a fish. So
I'm sorry. I just got in my head that the guy doing that was actually just George Foreman, not some Asian guy that would be on the box. It was George Foreman.
Well, I think he's the George Foreman of Asia.
Okay. The Asian Billy Mays, if you will.
Yeah. But he looked more like one of the Wiggles. Bright yellow shirt, thumbs up.
Eat our food.
Yeah, eat our food. You don't know what it is.
Right.
But my confidence.
Right, my
confidence instills that it would be good.
Yes.
Yeah. But I had to go with something with the funniest title.
Wait. I gotta see the name of the store. Is it Foodie World?
Foodie World. Which is huge. My wife took me. She's like, think of your top 5 Asian grocery stores. Mm-hmm. This one blows it away. Mm-hmm. So I had to go with Peanut Punch.
Oh, man.
Which is
it's Caribbean.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes they throw you the Caribbean ball right out of nowhere.
Yeah. Let's see what's in the ingredients. It says water. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Peanut butter. That's weird. That's weird.
Yes.
Sugar. What? Okay. Skim milk powder. Stabilizers. What is that? What is a stabilizer?
It's like a brother of tranquilizers. They make you stable. They don't make you tranquil.
Caramel sodium bicarbonate, vanilla flavor, and salt.
Mm-hmm.
Allergy information contains peanuts.
I'd hope so.
What? What is a stabilizer?
Well, first, I like the name Peanut Punch, which could be a wrestling move,
right,
or a drink.
Right, it'd be a definite low blow.
Yeah.
I just want to see. There's 200 calories in this.
I know.
That's a lot.
Peanuts are packing.
That's a lot of calories.
Mm-hmm.
There's not even like, let's see, how much sugar? There's 25 grams of sugar. Oh wait, I gotta see how much sugar was in the Pop-Tarts that we ate. I feel like it's pretty close. Hold on, I still have the case somewhere.
Right now, Adam's getting the case.
Okay. Let's see. I found the thing. So the Pop-Tarts have 390 calories.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to this, which has 200.
Okay.
Let's see, where are you? There's 31 grams of sugar in this, in the Pop-Tarts.
Mm-hmm.
And in the drink, there's, how many did I say? 20 something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, there's 25 grams. So the Pop-Tarts only have 6 more grams of sugar.
So this is like a Pop-Tart you can drink.
Right? This is disgusting. Like, what did you give me?
I gave you life.
I'm afraid.
You're supposed to give this to like your kids.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
I don't think that's good for them.
Snack time.
It's a 200 calorie drink. We're talking to my housemate Andre. He just came in.
Everyone.
It's peanut flavored, right? 200 calories. This only has 6 more grams of sugar than this.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, I'm scared. It also features stabilizers.
Stabilizers. So expect us to be very stable.
I can't even open this.
Good incomes.
Good incomes. I need that then.
I'm afraid, Mike. What? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be gross.
It's gonna be gross or amazing.
It's gonna be gross. It's
Unhealthy things are supposed to taste good.
I'm trying to smell it. It just smells really peanutty. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, you already went for it.
Wow.
It's really peanutty. It's like, you know what it does taste like? It tastes like a more liquid version of a peanut butter milkshake.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like that. Or if you took one of those Hershey's juice boxes
Mm-hmm.
and you put in like a cup of peanut butter and drank it. This is it.
No, you know what it tastes like? Have you ever had those Nutty Buddy cookies?
Yes.
That's what it tastes like. A liquefied Nutty Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
There's 200 calories in this, Mike.
But you're only looking at the negative. There's 8 grams of protein
8 grams of fat.
and 15 calcium.
There's 140 milligrams of sodium. How much is in the Pop-Tart? There's 330 grams of sodium in the Pop-Tart. So it's the fact that this drink is comparable to 2 Pop-Tarts
Yes.
terrifies me.
But aren't you always saying, man, I need a peanut butter sandwich on the go?
No. I just eat it. It's a sandwich. It's designed to go on the go.
Yes.
This is Mike. You've outdone yourself this
I
time.
know.
This is astounding.
Astoundingly good.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Mm.
It's very strange. It tastes like a Nutty Buddy. That's what
It
exactly
really,
it
it
is.
tastes like a Nutter Butter
Right?
that someone
Liquefied.
liquefied, yeah.
It's terrifying.
Or if you were to take the Shamrock Shake,
And make it peanut flavored?
yes, it's pretty much a Shamrock Shake that's peanut flavored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I actually, yeah, that's
You know, a lot of peanut butter is made of Crisco.
interesting.
Like the
Just straight-
non-natural peanut butter
Mhm.
is they use Crisco to give it that butter feeling.
Interesting. That's gross.
So we could be drinking Crisco.
well, here's hoping.
Sad. I gave up Crisco for Lent as a beverage.
As a beverage, as a cooking ingredient, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. So I actually can't wait for next week when we consume Sunny
Yeah.
D and Pop Rocks.
Or Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Virgin.
Virgin. Oh man. So Mike, what did you learn today?
First of all, there's a lot of fun things you could do in Hollywood in the 90s.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I learned that you can make drugs out of almost anything.
Anything. You just melt it down.
Right. And you just
Yeah.
concentrated form.
Yeah.
I also learned that that Oceans wasn't written by who I thought it was.
No, that girl,
Yeah.
whoever she is,
Yeah.
she lied.
She lied.
She does not mention Johnny Vegas
At all. At
No.
all. Man, all the things we learned today were from our interview with Johnny Vegas.
Right. I think he was the highlight. He's definitely more interesting than us.
Yes. Definitely. That or Ian McClellan.
Mm-hmm. Ian McKellen can beat any actor he
It's
goes
true.
up against.
It's true. Well, I don't know. Do you think he wins out against Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh my gosh.
Right? Or does he win against Morgan Freeman?
A triangle match.
A triple threat match?
Triple threat match
Or
with an Oscar hanging from the ring.
the rafter?
Yeah.
Or maybe we can make it a Hell in a Cell match. We can throw in, let's see, we're gonna throw in somebody else. Maybe like Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage as special ref.
As special ref, yes, as special ref.
He has to decide who
Yes.
the best actor is.
we need at least 2 more people for a Hell in a Cell.
Oh
thing.
gosh.
Let's see.
Oh gosh.
This is how it's gonna end.
Yeah, this is how it's gonna end.
Let's see. Tom Hanks.
Tom
Hanks.
Yes. He's a very technical actor.
Yeah, a very technical wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta go Tom Hanks.
And Glenn Close.
What? Sure.
You know, she's very
We're gonna throw a woman in.
she's very mature.
Yeah.
She has the credentials.
I don't know how I feel about throwing a woman into a Hell
Oh,
in
you
a
know
Cell
that's
match.
against WWE regulations
Yeah.
to mix genders now. So I guess to stick with the male theme, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yes.
You're gonna throw. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's
oh
good.
man,
That'd be great. That'd be
Yeah,
good.
That alone is WrestleMania.
Right.
See that puts the Sir Ian McKellen the Jake Gyllenhaal as the second match before.
Yeah, the lead up.
Yeah.
What about Daniel Day-Lewis?
Daniel Day-Lewis
Yes.
versus the guy who plays the president on ID4, Independence Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't know his name. That'd be great. President v. President.
Yes. What would be like the starter low card match?
The low card matches, like between the actors.
Yes.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
versus Zach Galifianakis.
Yes. Tables only.
Tables only. Yes. Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
My gosh, I want this. What is
Right?
this? $30?
Right? Yes.
Mhm.
On pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, celebrity actor pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That would be hilarious. Like, I want to see this.
Mm.
And somehow, but I think the guest referees should all be wrestlers.
Yes. Well, who would your IC title match be? Because as we all know, the people that wrestle for the IC wrestling, the championship, are the best technical wrestlers in the WWE.
Oh. It would have to be someone who is not. I don't want to do up and coming.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see Christopher Walken versus Steve Buscemi.
For the IC title.
Yes.
Yes. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was thinking maybe someone more along the lines of like Christian Bale versus like, I don't know,
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Batman v Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that'd be great. Oh man, we need to make this a reality.
I know. Do we have any of these people's phone numbers?
I'll get my people on it. When we become king of the world, we'll make this
Yeah.
a reality.
When our non-Lara podcasts reach 50
Yeah,
and our subscriptions go up to 11,
exactly. That's
Yeah.
when we've arrived.
maybe this is the shout out.
Yeah.
You know, subscribe to us.
Yes.
Let your friends know that we're there.
That we
worth
exist. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It. We're worth it. We're good for you.
Yeah, we're good for you. Just like Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
The singer, not the drug.
The singer, not the drug.
Just had to clarify that.
Yes. We have to clarify it from now on.
I feel like that's that has to be the podcast.
The singer, not the drug.
The singer, not the drug. Oh, yeah, because we'll get copyright infringement if we put Ariana Grande on the title.
Or just some very disillusioned fans. She was nowhere in the podcast, guys.
Right? Maybe that's how we'll get some viewership.
Mm-hmm.
We'll lie about having Ariana Grande. The drug, not the singer.
Drug, not the singer.
On the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Ooh.
Oh.
I got pure sugar on my pants.
It punches back.
Yes.
So, Mike, another good podcast.
Right.
That
Right.
was-
I was feeling it.
I was feeling it. I was
Mhm.
feeling something.
22.
22. On that note, it's time to say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't turn it off yet.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
Okay, bye. Every time.